Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday, finally, Friday, January 23rd. And today we'll do some YieldMax coverage. We'll go through some, daily movement yesterday, even though yesterday was ex-dividend date, I believe. Actually, I'll have to confirm. And then, of course, we'll take a look at the holdings on some of the funds. I'll let you guys maybe pick because I didn't even set it up. But we'll go through, see where the covered calls are at heading into expiration date today. And then we'll take a look at Guestimania, the results, see who's close to house money, who's not, and so on and so forth. All right. Anyway, Bitcoin update. What do we got going on here? We got about 88,900. So although, the whole Greenland thing, the whole negative news story that made Bitcoin tank, that was kind of over and done with. The market kind of recovered. Bitcoin, not so much. So, but again, as we always say, whatever, it is what it is. So, we'll just keep buying it. We'll keep waiting. We'll keep accumulating, and then we shall wait. All right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the first episode yesterday of Orange. I think it's going to be a good one. It's going to take me some time, and many episodes to hopefully educate myself and maybe even others about Bitcoin in general and some of the Bitcoin treasury companies, what they do, maybe even who they are, do some profile review. But again, let me know what you guys think. That was from yesterday. One thing I keep looking up, and I want to get everyone's thoughts on this, is let's talk about return of capital real quick, because of course, tax time's coming up. It's going to be a popular topic. So, because, I'm thinking like in regards to, especially like STRC, STRC, they're saying that they're going to be paying, say 10, 11, whatever percent distribution dividend. It's a dividend. It's a freaking stock dividend. Although, yeah, it's a stock, it's a preferred stock. Yeah. And I guess, yeah, they could still pay return of capital. It's not an ETF, but anyway, whatever. If they pay out return of capital all the time, right? And they pay you out, say 10% in 10 years, they pay you 10% a year. So for 10 years, your cost basis will go to zero. Obviously, for some other funds like YieldMax funds, maybe it'll go to zero much quicker. But regardless, if your cost basis goes to zero, and then after that, they pay you a dividend or distribution, that's return of capital. I don't know if you guys can read this if it's too small. How is it taxed? That is my question. How? No, I can't talk. Let me get us some water. So if your cost basis is zero, you get a payment that's classified as return of capital. How will you be taxed on that? Everywhere I'm reading says, as long, depending on how long you hold it, of course, obviously you're going to be holding it a long time. But if you hold it for like, what is it? I guess a year or longer, it's taxed as capital gains, long-term capital gains, right? And if that's really the case, then there is power in ROC, because of course, if it's not ROC and you get paid on these funds, especially the ETFs, right, they're taxed as regular income, which, that kind of sucks. And I hate talking about taxes, by the way, not tax advice, but I keep thinking for the long term, like if you actually believe in a fund that's paying return of capital and you hold it until you actually hit that zero cost basis, that'll be nice, because you'll be taxed at, say, 15% versus 22, 24, whatever, or even 37 if you're in a high tax bracket. So I don't know what do you guys read up on this? Do you guys know anything about this? Let me know in the comments. Sorry to spend some time on that, but I think it's something to think about this tax season. It's really making me rethink this year in my strategy. But all right, anyway, so YieldMax, people always say, you don't do YieldMax coverage anymore? Yes, I do. Every Sunday, I do Guestamania, which is my, it's fun. It's a fun episode. We guess what they're going to pay. It's a good old time. So yes, I do that. And then in the occasional during the week, I'll do something like this, and go from there. But anyway, so let's look at the distributions. No new funds in a while, by the way. I got a feeling they got something big coming, right? I haven't been able to listen to a Wolf space in a while because of work, but I don't know if you guys have heard anything, but I'm assuming something big is coming. All right, so today is January 23rd. So if I look here, this is for group 1. Let's go to group 2. Group 2 declared the other day. So yeah, ex-dividend date on group 2 was yesterday. So obviously, when we look at the daily compare, we'll keep in mind the price obviously dropped by the distribution. But we'll, of course, add that back. All right. Anyway, moving on. So here is my handy dandy file, YieldMax file. If you're, it always comes up. Do I own any YieldMax? No, I do not. Do I own any Roundhill? No. Do I own any of the high yield ETFs? No, I don't. I do my own options now. I like having control of the account. I figure it's just, maybe I have to say that every video because people say, oh, he talks about the funds, but he doesn't own them. All right, who gives a crap what I own? People should not invest based on what other people own anyway. I'm not saying all of the high yield ETFs suck. I'm just saying I want to do options myself. I want to use my money to try different option strategies. I did mention I do own STRC, and I of course, I now own SETA. But those, they have a strategy to keep the NAV stable, right, at the $100 par value. That's a little different, and plus I don't consider that high yield. Sadly enough, 10% is not high yield. But when we're talking like high yield ETFs in general, no, I don't own any. All right, I don't own any. So if that bothers you, then click off the freaking video. All right, end of story. Okay, let's move on. Let's get the proper zoom and see if we could do 200. So let's move on to so ETF info. This kind of carries a lot of the details, but I have segregated tabs, pivot tables, because I always do want to check what is the largest fund. What is the largest fund? NVDY, 1.5 bill. MSTY, number 2, 1.3. And ULTY, 1.2. And TSLY 1. Everyone else is playing catch up. YieldMax at 602, CONY at 584, PLTY at 507, so on and so forth. But again, I don't know whether or not people care about this. That's another story. IV wise, again, high IV means higher premium. Who's trading with the highest IV? SNDK. I guess it's still in Salty. 108% IV. Upstart, which is in ULTY. 93% IV, and then we get to group 2. We got Mara at the top, 85% IV. Myrna, look at that, Moderna, 82% IV. SMCI, damn. This would give you guys ideas maybe for individual trades yourself, right? Doing options yourself on some of these, because look at the IV. The premium payout on some of these suckers, if you believe in the underlying, it's pretty nice. Palantir, 59, not bad. I'm trading Palantir and HOOY at the moment. But I got to tell you, man, trading individual tickers, it's not as easy as it looks, right? Especially in a market like this, when you get like a word comes out of a tweet or this or a news cycle, it's like, and you're just destroyed. You're like destroyed 1 week, and then because you got to sell covered calls every week, make some income. But if that fund tanks, what are you going to do? You're going to sell covered calls at a lower strike. You're going to put yourself in danger, right? You're going to cappity-doo-dah yourself. So, again, we all like to talk shit. And in the end, when we do it ourselves, we realize, all right, it ain't that easy, brah. All right, so let's look at the daily change. But before we do that, let's say good morning to everyone. It is, we're 10 minutes in. It's about 6:07 a.m. I did start a little early, I guess. It's Friday. Woohoo! Big snowstorm coming. I'm pretty excited about it, actually. So, we'll see what happens. Marcia, educator mom, was the first one. Good morning. Alan, number 2. Good morning. Good morning. Pro fast guy. He's becoming a regular. I like it. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Stay safe. For the snow. Look at this guy. He knows. He knows. I guess you're local to me. Morning, brother. Always here. Appreciate it. Even though brother is out of YieldMax. He is a big supporter of the channel. So we got to support his rocks, right? Share the rocks. Yes, snow. Brother says they are returning your capital. The marketing presents it as income. The misunderstanding and misapplication of the terms, source of confusion. Yeah, well, it depends, I guess, how the fund is set up. I know, like, when you look at a fund, I always use FEPI as an example. Because they're holding the individual tickers and they're getting the capital appreciation. They're just not selling it. They're not selling their stocks, taking the capital appreciation. Sometimes they do via allocation because they're forced to, but a lot of the appreciation is not recognized. So when they pay out the distribution, they haven't actually realized that income. So if they didn't realize the income and they're paying a distribution, that'll be return of capital, even though, yeah, they have unrealized gains in there. Rod, I have found that doing your own options is far better than holding the ETF. This is from ProFast Guy. At least for me, I am leading the hard way and only hold ULTY now and about to sell out and use your strategy. Oh, wow. Are you talking about the Roddy? Yeah, man. If you're going to do that, I really highly, not financial advice, recommend looking at indexes, or at least a basket, something with a basket, because trading in individuals sometimes, man, like I'm getting my ass kicked on some of these. Like Hood, I'm getting destroyed. I mean, Elf, I'm doing great, but Elf, I got destroyed too, like in the prior position. Palantir is like wishy-washy. I don't know. Let me know what funds you're thinking about. Hopefully in the Discord we could talk there. Good morning, Charman. Just by leaps are no less than 60 days out. Let's see. There's Meg's room. Megs, I just watched your workout video. You got some creative equipment. Let me just say that. But keep it up, brother. Keep it up. There he is, the man of the hour, the appliance fixer. Ellie, appliance guy. Sorry, Ellie, I haven't been able to join many of your premieres lately, but I am there in spirit for sure. 54, high of 70. Where's that? I don't know. Yesterday was actually kind of warm here. Puts, it's all about puts. Yeah. Oh, you saw my comment. Okay, cool. Yeah, of course, because you're awake. But let's see. Yo. All right. Oh, yeah, we're doing a video. We're not just chit-chatting. So anyway, let's look at the daily changes. MSTR yesterday went down again. What else is new, right? What else is new? Where's the freaking recovery, right? Oh, my goodness. Because look, on the 17th, they dropped 7.76. Oh, and then, the news cycle corrected. But we only jumped 2.2, and then we dropped 1.73 the next day. So, yeah, no recovery for us. But again, because no Bitcoin recovery. Anyway, they went down 1.73. MSTY went down 1.65. And again, I am adding back the distribution of 43 cents. Okay? Assuming that is the distribution. Let's see. Oh, guess the mania. All right, 43 cents. Yep, that's what I got. I say remember that. MSST is not updating. I don't know why, and I don't have enough time to care, so we're going to have to move on. Let's take a look at NVIDIA. They had a green day. They went up 0.83. NVDY went up 0.59. So again, not bad. But yeah, we are capped on the upside. We know that. NVIT was actually capped a little more. They only went up 0.56. So very, very interesting. that a lot of the times on the upside, the covered call, the group 2 is beating the targets. Coin went down again because Bitcoin's doing its thing. All right. They went down 1.67. CONY went down 1.34. All right. I do have coffee. Just reminded myself. Let me take a sip. Oh. Okay, that's good. That's good. Dish good. All right. Good morning, Wolf. I see you there. All right. Let's go to Tesla. Tesla went up 4.15%. Now, that's a good day. I think they have earnings coming up, by the way. Does anyone care? I mean, you should. Let's check. January 28th, next week. I'm thinking about, I mean, Tesla's been on such a freaking run. I'm thinking about if they have a nice sell-off after earnings, maybe start the wheel again on TSLL. I'm kind of ready to do a little less Roddy and wheel TSLL again because I want to like reset myself on the Roddies and do indexes, maybe even gold and silver, man. Because that crap, I don't know if that ship has sailed, but I mean, that stuff is killing it, man. Anyway, TSLY, they captured 3.15 of the 4.15% gain. All right, sound good? Test, what'd you do? Test captured 3.36, so Test did better than TSLY, in case you're counting. All right, how did Palantir do? They went up 0.34. PLTY went up 0.23. SMCI, they went up 0.65. SMCY went up 0.34. Let's go to Amazon. Amazon went up 1.31% yesterday. AMZ captured about 1.17. Up in her. Robinhood went, oh my God, they're at 106. Good Lord. They went up 0.31%. HOOY, is that real? Is this real life? HOOY actually went up 1.15%. So very nice gains there. AMD went up 1.57%. AMDY went up 1.03. Up in her. GDX, gold fund, gold's kicking ass, man. They went up 3.83. GDXY was able to capture 2.49%. Wow. Look at the price of GDXY. This is impressive. Underrated, as I always say. They launched at freaking $20. Now they're sitting at $17, and they paid a hell of a lot of distributions. I mean, obviously, it's thanks to gold, what gold's been doing. But yeah, you need a good underlying. Gold's a good underlying, apparently. Meta went up 5.66%. Phoebe. It should be Meti. They went up 3.9%. In my own eyes, it's Meti. Google it. Just Google it. They went up 0.75. GUI went up more. So they say, yeah. They went up 1.11%. Up in her. All right. And Netflix. Still crapping the crapper, man, after earnings. Wow. See what I did on my Roddy position? You guys can laugh at me if you want. I was like, yeah, I'm going to sell a $100 cover call in case they get some upside. And what did they do? They got their ass kicked. And instead, I missed out on a crap load of premium because if I would have done it at the money, man, would have been a beauty. But again, I could smack myself for even trying to predict the freaking market. Trying to predict anything. Just stick to the damn strategy and all would have been well. Anyway, it's not about me. It's about Netflix. They went down 2.13%. Netflix went down 2.09. Okay. Apple. How you doing, Apple? They went up 0.28%. Apple went up 0.39%. Apple, man, you can't go wrong. If you have kids, buy them a share of Apple. Why the hell not, right? It just goes up. Apple. All right, Microsoft up 1.58%. MSFO up 1.4. Not bad. Not a bad day in the office. iBit up in her. How you doing? No, how you doing? They went down again. Crypto related. They went down 0.86, and YBit went down the same. Interesting. Very interesting. Mara went down 2.56, and Maro went down 2.5, a little less. And then we compare the Qs to ULTY. Qs went up 0.73. ULTY went up 0.49. Okay, so that's the update. And again, let me just catch up on some comments, see if there's any questions. Again, you guys know the drill. If you have a question, please say question. Although we're not even that busy as we used to be anymore, so I kind of could probably pick it up. because there's not as many comments as there were back in the day. We do have 84 between YouTube and X. So the people that are on X, just an FYI, there is a live chat. And if you have questions, I will see it. It will come up and I will answer it. Let's see. Professed, I'm almost 3,000 miles from you, LA. Wow. Damn. Yeah, I'm nobody lives close. All right. Good morning, Double D in the house. Go check them out. Man, we got to get Double D to 1,000 subs. Yeah. Share his channel. Watch his channel. Click like, click comment, type a comment. Again, it's good for the algorithm. Oh yeah, my channel too. You know, don't forget about me. Don't forget about me. Oh, hear this? Breaking news. Double D live trade at 10. Oh my God. What brokerage? What brokerage? Make sure you have it on private so people don't see your account number and stuff. But yeah, I'll tune in as long as I don't have a meeting. Sound good? All right. But yeah, share that. Share it in the share it like right before in the Discord, and I'll tag everyone. Robinhood Legend. Yeah, I saw something about downloading that. I wasn't sure if it was worth it, but I don't really need. It looked like Thinkorswim. I'm like, I don't need another Thinkorswim, especially if I'm not doing options with it. So, all right, Migs, are you working out right now? But okay. So anyway, let's keep going. All trades. Well, we'll go to yesterday's trades and we'll see kind of what went on. I don't know who we're going to cover. Who do you guys want to cover? Who do you guys own? If you own any YieldMax, I know LA owns TSLY, so I'll cover TSLY. If you guys, well, I guess if you have one that you want me to cover, let me know. Let me just, I'm scrolling through. It's my show, right? I do whatever the hell I want. Chippy, man, Chippy's dominating. Chippy's a great fund. Wow, CONY has been very busy. Short sale. All right, so what they're doing is they're opening new positions for next week, January 30th expiration. The out of the money 3. This one's 5.3 3. Okay, so they're 3 to 5% out of the money on the new covered calls for next week on CONY. If we keep going, we got Carvani. All right, don't be barking now. Come on. Yeah, so I'm not going to do Carvani. Disso, definitely not. Dr. Dre said, let's keep going. GDXY, yeah, we like GDXY. We're having fun watching gold. I don't own any gold. I don't own any silver, unfortunately. But, you know, I'm not saying I'm not going to jump on that bandwagon because I may. I just got to close out some of the losers of my Roddies. All right, so GDXY, they're selling calls for next week, January 30th. 1%. Oh, tight ship here. 0.79%. This one's in the money. Good Lord. Again, obviously, it depends on the timing when they open the position. Maybe gold kind of jump. All right, I got to let this dog out and let them deal with it. Okay. Where are we? Yeah, we did GDX. All right. Oh, wait. Comments. Migs is at work. Yeah, sure you are. Sure you are, buddy. Migs owns PLTY, TSLY, MSTY. Wow, you still own MSTY. Good job. MSTY, NVDY, Marrow, ULTY, Salty. What a combo. And YieldMax. Hey, that's a triple threat right there, right? Dr. Dre said nothing. At least you know what I'm talking about, I think. Although you're probably younger than me. Let's see. HOOY, what the hell you doing? Buy to close, 11 cents. Yeah, of course. HOOY wins the covered calls because Robinhood does nothing but go down. I mean, sorry, I'm salty on Robinhood. Anyway, let me move on. Let's see what else we got. Someone said they own Marrow, I think. Wolf. Buy to close. All right, 2 cents, 3 cents. Obviously, they profited about the majority of their covered calls, which is good. And then they sold new ones again for next week, January 30th. We could see how far out of the money. Why didn't I freeze the panes? Come on, man. Rookie move here. Bro. Weak sauce, right? All right, 1 row. Now, where we go? We got to go back to Marrow. Marrow. There we go. All right, so here we go. Sell and cover calls, 2% out of the money, 6% out of the money, and 6% out of the money. Again, as of right now, we still have today. Today's going to be, and then, of course, all of next week. Murney, no one has Murney. But MSFO, Misty, here we go. People have Misty. A lot of you suckers have Misty. So what the heck did they do? They added to their synthetic. They have a 160 synthetic. Here's a buy to close, only 71 though. Wow, they got their ass kicked on that one, huh? Oh, but it's for next week. So they closed it and they rolled it up to 167. Weird. Only 71 contracts, whatever. Now, okay, so they're opening new positions for next week. Are you ready? All right, how far out of the money? 4, 2.5, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. So basically 4% out of the money. And then we got some 2.5s here. Wow, a lot of freaking trades. Holy crap. Again, why there's so many damn trades? Because they deal with various, I don't know the term. The companies in between who can get the trades done for them. They deal with like 4 different companies. At least last I heard, they do. What the hell is Natty? Natty Ice? Natty LN. This must be a European fund. Nefli, I hate you. So how about that? NVDY, you're the GOAT, I guess. You're the largest fund based on, as they say, assets under management. All right, so what are they doing? They're selling calls for next week. 1.4. Oh, 1.4. 1.4. Tight ship here. Only 1.44% out of the money. All right. Here we go. We got a question from X. Hallelujah. Thank you. Most of the people actually watch on X and they barely freaking comment. There is a live chat on X and I will pull it up. See, Mr. A himself, right? Because I'm an ass man. Remember Mr. Ass from wrestling? Anyway, I'm really concerned about my HOOY with a cost basis at 55. Oh, you're concerned? You are concerned? Let's see. HOOW. HOOW. So you bought at 55 and now it's at 42. But it pays out what? Crap load of dividends. I mean, if you bought at 55, you probably bought it. Again, it did. I mean, if you're holding it long term, if you're asking me, my opinion, which is worth what you paid for it, as Dave Ramsey says, I think in the long term, Robinhood is a great investment. I think short term, it gives you a freaking headache. It makes you not sleep at night. It makes you angry, right? And it makes you question yourself, just like you are at this moment. Like, is this a good investment? So lucky for you, right? You're holding it and you don't have to sell it. I'm even worried. I have freaking, like, I have the Roddy trade. It expires in May. So I have a time limit. So I need Robinhood to do good by that date. You can wait if you're a believer in the fund and your HOOW, which, by the way, is leveraged. So if Robinhood does recover, you'll go up, better, faster than Hood itself. But, again, you also have to look at, what is your yield on cost? So if they're paying you a dividend, what's their last dividend? 54 cents. Okay. So think about this. I need somewhere to write this. I'll do it right here. All right. So 54 cents, right? You're getting 54 cents. You multiply that times 52 weeks, right? So that's your annualized freaking distribution. Again, assuming they pay the same amount every time. Take that, divide it by your cost basis, and this is your yield on cost. You're yielding 51%. So is that bad? Hell no, that's not bad. That's awesome. And then if you get the recovery on top, and Robinhood keeps going up and up and up, you may have some capital appreciation one day. Again, you don't know. But right now, yeah, it sucks. But Robinhood, man, it's been tanking. Do we really think it's going to continue to go down long term? I don't. But yeah, it's pissing me off, and I like to rip on them whenever I can. But yeah, hopefully that helped. Not financial advice, as you all know. Did I finish the trades? I don't think I did. Oh yeah, I got to do TSLY. Sorry, but I got to finish the comments too. Listen, Rod, if you watched the show Dinosaurs when it was live, then you know Robbie Earl. I know dinosaurs, brah. Of course, I'm the baby. Gotta love me. He used to hit everyone with was it the bottle, or he threw the bottle? But yeah, knock the mama. Uh-oh, Rod's got a freaking video question. Rod L, that is. If you don't own YieldMax funds and they suck, and you warning people they suck. All right, do I have to go through this again? Really? So again, just because I don't own a fund, right, don't mean I can't talk about it. You know, I like to talk about ETFs, how they work, how they perform, whether good or bad. That's not up for me. That's up to the viewer to decide. All right. You know, obviously I'm going to talk about other funds. I'm going to talk about granted shares. I'm going to talk about Rex shares, as I mentioned earlier. I'm going to talk about other whatever. Do I own them? No. But YieldMax is still the biggest player in the house. They are still the most popular in the house. So when it comes down to a Friday and morning, I wake up, I'm like, what the hell am I going to talk about today? It's been a while. I'll talk about YieldMax. Why the hell not? That's what the majority of the people that they want to see. So hopefully that answered your question, Mr. Rod L. I missed that show. Although I don't even think I can watch now, but that show was pretty funny. Hood reports on February 10th. Hoping, yeah. I really hope so too. But again, freaking earnings. I've been having a bad record with earnings. Need to get you a smart. I have a whiteboard. I just don't have time to and peace and quiet to do freaking videos, and I can't really do them at nighttime. I mean, it's dark when I make my videos usually. Wow, we got some questions here. You've planned to add Bitto. It had never had a reverse split. No. The only Bitcoin funds I own are Bitcoin, MSTR, now ST. That's right. I'm adding ST. I'm starting to believe in Strive. And then, of course, their preferred stocks, STRC and SETA. SETA, you know, like Sega. I'm not saying Bitto's bad or not. I'm just saying I don't own it. But if I did, I would be wheeling it. That's for sure. If you get time, would you do a comparison between ULTY and ULTY? Well, if I keep going, I'm going to forget. So I might as well just do it now. People that watch this video after probably hate it. But hey, it's all about the people that attend live. You attend live or you're screwed. All right, so we could do 1 month. Let's do the max right off the bat. So max, if you use stock analysis, which, by the way, I'm an affiliate. So if you're going to sign up, use my link. It helps. Helps me, helps them, helps you, I think. But anyway, if you compare ULTY to ULTI, I think ULTI launched around November 3rd. When you hit max, it'll go to the latest, whatever fund launched the latest, it'll start on that date. So if you do the comparison, ULTY is ahead. They're both in the negative, which is not great. ULTY is ahead, though. ULTY is down 9.8. ULTY is down 23.27. If you want to only go like 1 month out, just see how it's doing currently. Over the past month, ULTY is dominating. It's up 12.9 versus ULTY's 2.15. Again, this is total return, all right? And then we could do, well, I guess 3 month with, 3 month is pretty much the same as max because it would go back, almost to November, a little further. But hopefully that helped Mr. What is it? Normal, whatever. All right, let's keep going. Listen, I have Robin and Hold Hood, and I'm still up, but damn, Robin hit. Okay, yeah. Well, you must have bought like way back in the day. I thought Rod loves Misty. I used to own a lot of Misty, but again, I decided to do my own options. And again, I'm done with the freaking volatility of Bitcoin and being involved with ETFs, doing options, doing this, doing that. I'm just buying and holding. Anything Bitcoin related, it's a buy hold. I have STRC for income, and then I have Bitcoin and MSTR for long term. All right. But who cares what I do? Who am I? I'm just some schmuck on YouTube. All right. There's a lot of schmucks on YouTube. Who cares what they buy? All right. Let's see. ProFast guy says, I love YieldMax. Need to change my straight. Michael Venuto. Let's go. Mike Venuto. Mike Venuto's a good dude, man. Wolf says I still own 6 YieldMax funds, but I'm moving into index funds for stability since I only need 5% of my investments. Yeah, I mean, YieldMax does have index funds as well. Obviously, they have the 0 DTEs. So when you're saying you're moving out of YieldMax and you're going into index funds, I assume you're not using their index funds. I invest in Bitcoin and also acknowledge it takes fiat to work. That's what you're buying it with. Thank you, Norma Jean. Is your name really Norma Jean, like from the show? All right, Bitto pays dividends every month. Monthly? What? That's unacceptable. We do weekly. Weekly or they're out. Anyway, yeah, good discussion. Thank you for the comments. Keep them coming, by the way. I'll interrupt the video. I really don't care anymore. TSLY, how we doing? No, how you doing? They're selling calls. Oh, no, 0.7% out of the money and 1.26% out of the money. So that's a little tight. All right, let's keep going. There's ULTY. I ain't going through ULTY. Ain't nobody got time for that. Winter, yeah, no thanks. Zomo, nope. YBit, nope. YMAG, nope. This is European YMAG. Definitely nope. Okay. So what now? Well, now we're going to go to the realized income and see how we doing. I am a lady. Guys, there's a lady in the house. Be nice. It's good to see always a small percentage of the ladies here. Good morning, Norma Jean. Where are you from? Are you up early going to work? And welcome to the channel. Let's see. You may just be a guy, but you do have the ability to sway people's opinions on things. Yeah. I doubt that, but yeah, if I do. But again, I don't tell people to buy crap. That's up to them. I cover what people want me to. Again, unless I'm talking about, but believe me, if Roddy did better, if the Roddy video did much better, I'd probably just be doing freaking Roddy videos. But honestly, I'm going to be doing more of Roddy regardless. And hopefully it'll pick up steam. But a lot of people, the problem is they don't want to do their own options, and they just want to pay someone to do the options. And I completely understand that because after this week, I don't have time. Yesterday, 2 days in a row, I barely freaking looked at the market. Like I didn't even get to look at the market, let alone do my own options. All right. So Rod, you give me you're thinking I have way more power than I have, especially with my dwindling channel, who's losing subs every day. Jill McKee, good morning. Florida, listen to you every morning. Wow, welcome. I need to go to Florida. It's probably nice and warm there. Man, you guys are chatty this morning. Sergio, Rod, have you ever looked into div? Is that div or SDiv? I don't know. I don't look into funds unless you guys tell me. I think you're talking about SDiv. Global X Super, really? Super dividend? What's their yield? 8.99. They ain't no super dividend. But honestly, it's probably a more stable dividend. Go out 1 month, and they're doing pretty good. Year to date, 1 year, up 21. It don't look bad. Not bad. When did they launch? Does it say? Yeah, June 8th of 2011. Okay, it's been around a while. Been a long time. What do they own? Delta is what the hell? Kenon SES. All right, never heard of these suckers. But it's a global fund, so hey, good global exposure with some income. So interesting play there, Mr. Sergio. QDTY is doing good with total return, though, according to stock analysis. So it is tempting. There's Steel. Steel's good to see Steel around. Happy Friday, everybody. SDiv and Div. All right, so what the hell's Div? Global X Super Dividend. Oh, this is US only. Wow. So there's two. And this one has a yield of, where the hell's the yield? 6 point, a little less. So it might be a good fund. I don't know. Let's do a SDiv versus Div. SDiv. Okay. Let's do 1 month. 1 month out. SDiv up 7.5%. 3 months out, SDiv winning, up 13%. 6 months out, SDiv still winning. Maximum, wow, back to 2014. Since 2014 up until now, January 2025, Div is whooping ass, up 69%. Whooping ass. So, I mean, yeah, they look good. What's behind them? I don't know. Maybe I could do a video about them one day. But you guys have to remind me because I can't remember all these freaking funds. All right. I'm a sucker still in Misty. Hey, it's all good, man. When Bitcoin recovers, when MSTR recovers, we know Misty can go up. Misty can do well, but I would not say I'm not going to say hold your breath because Bitcoin could be sitting here for a long time, for a whole year. I don't know. I feel like we're due, but I don't know. So much manipulation, I feel like. Wolf still holding Misty, 800 shares, MSTR and MST. There's Bruce. Bruce, you're just getting up. Good. You missed a good morning. Thanks for being here. It's a chatty group, Bruce, so keep up. They're everywhere. They're interrupting my video. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care. It's more about the discussion, keeping it fun. All right, so what this screen is basically shows how much realized income this week the various funds have made. Realized. When I say realized, it's, it's actual the trades, the income, the outgo. So it's realized or recognized, as some say. So this is how much they made per share. And then over here is how much if this is what they paid out, this is what they would yield. The negative is income. I know people hate the signage, but the negative is income. So anything in green is money, 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 money. So anything in blue is a yield already of over 50%. So we're going to keep a look. Who's doing the best? AIYY whooping ass, making 18 cents. Again, per share basis, that's good for them. Circo, they made 50 cents. If they paid that out, that's a 122% yield. HIYY, they made 52 cents already, 119% yield. We're looking at Murney. Even Murney's doing good. They made $1.23. That would be over 200% yield if they paid. MSST, well, you ain't getting your 140. So this is good, right? This is a target 25. They're going to pay 25%. Keep the rest in capital. That's good, right? A lot of people want to see that. RDYY, 44 cents, 69%. Okay, great. All right, let's move on. We don't go through the distributions, but this is where they're stored. I did not do any holdings, but I figured I'll just do it based on suggestion. I didn't organize any holdings, guys. Is there any funds that you want to see the as at positions? I can do them now. Let's see. I need suggestions for my Roth. Rod, do a Roth video for retirement? I mean, I'm done with freaking Roths. I mean, locking this crap up till I'm what? Old fart? No, thank you. I mean, I have the Roth because I have a 401k, but I have to do the freaking 401k because I get company match. So I'll take my company match. I'll do the Roth there. But when it comes to a Roth IRA, no, it's going into taxable and I can use it whenever the hell I please. So my video on the Roth would be screw you, retirement fund. But yeah, anyway, that's probably not what you want to hear. Rod L, Mr. Chatty over here. All right. But who should you buy in the Roth? I mean, if you're asking me who you should buy in the Roth, you can't touch the Roth. So just buy growth funds, right? You're not living off the income. Buy growth. Companies you believe in for the long term. I'm not sure how old your ass is and how close you are to being able to utilize the money. And yes, of course, I know you can use the contributions, penalty free, blah, blah, blah. But again, if that's the plan, then what the hell's the point of the Roth, right? I assume that's not the plan. So you got to think, okay, how old am I? When can I take the money out of the Roth? How long am I holding this? What funds do I believe in? Do I believe in them for that long term? If not, do I believe in the market? Maybe I'll buy just an index, right? But don't buy index funds in a freaking Roth. Please don't. That's just my opinion. What do I know? I know nothing. Anyway, Parabolic, good morning. I don't get retirement accounts for my job, so I'm on my own. Okay, I can see that. You want to have something. I get it. But again, I just feel like, yes, the Roth has really good benefits. I believe me. But do you really, I mean, by the time we retire, let's just assume we're the same age, right? Who knows what the government could do with that, right? Oh, no, we're deciding that the Roth is not a penalty for, you're going to pay taxes on the capital gains now on the Roth. You never know, man. You never know. Let's see. Growth funds in the Roth. Look at Parabolic agreeing with me. All right, all right. All right, let's see. Toasty. All right, let's move on here. SCHD, no, hell no, no SCHD. That's a freaking awful fund. It doesn't have the growth and the dividends suck. And they eliminate funds because of growth. Again, a great example is Avgo, right? Avgo has a dividend. They were in the SCHD fund. Because Avgo has gone up in price a lot, like over the maybe this was a year ago or so, that made their yield not good enough to be an SCHD. So growth, the fact that fund had growth made it the reason it exited SCHD. So I'm sorry, but screw SCHD. Let's see. There you go. SCHG. That one's probably a good one, actually. I've never looked at it, but obviously it's for growth. But yeah, I know. I don't want to go there, but you know how it is. Yeah, you never know. No. Don't go by me. All right. Don't make Rod L think he's right. Okay. Do your own research. But again, think. Pro Fast Guy, how old are you? Tell me. That would help. You got what? 95 in the name here. I don't know. You 40? The Roth, you could touch it 59 and a half. So that would be what? 20 years of growth. Yeah, man. How's SCHD perform? Probably good. Probably good. How long? We're 50 minutes in. I'm not going to have time to do any holdings review, which, you know what? That's fine with me. Let's look at like 5 years. SCHD. Has it been around 5 years? Looks like it. 94%. It's gone up 94%. Yes, this is good. This is good. Almost 20% a year. Over the past year, up 13%. I mean, perfect. Active fund. What's the fee? Oh my God, beautiful. Expense ratio 0.04%. You won't even feel it. VTI, probably another good one. That's the total. Is that the worldwide one? Yeah, there's just so many options. But that's another video for another day. All right. Yeah, you're my age. Maybe you're a little older if you won't say. I'm 43. Who cares? People going to make fun of you? Yeah, I'm an old-ass YouTuber. All right, so I'm all caught up on the comments. What was I doing? I guess I'm not going to do any holdings for today. If you want holdings updates, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll post it on X if you're nice. Maybe not. I was going to go to Guestimania because obviously every fund announced their distributions for the week. So we can see, all right, who's near the house money? Is anybody paying the house money? Well, let's see. Let's go to ULTY. ULTY at 76%, YieldMax at 78, YMAG at 72. So no house money for group 1. Group 2, of course, you know there's plenty with house money. So you do the sort Z to A. But yes, you do want to double check and make sure we are pulling all of the distributions. And are we? Are we? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So let's go back over here. And yeah, I know the total distributions look funky, but again, when they have reverse split, the whole historical data, you know, looks funky. So house money, yeah, MSTY sucks. Okay, but they paid you back 226% of your original investment if you bought an inception. All right. And I know not everyone buys an inception, but again, it's still cool, still impressive. Look at NVDY, man. They're almost at 200%, and they've never done a reverse split. They're at 185%. Gotta love it. What are they at, actually? What's the price? God, those kids are nuts. Kids are nuts, man. NVDY. Here it is, 1433. Solid fund, man. But it's all thanks to NVIDIA. You know, obviously, and the trading. The trading that they do matters. Yes, it does. I know. Got to give some credit. So what about CONY? 161%. Again, about to hit 202. Unbelievable. PLTY, 129, 103. Who's next, though? It looks like this is not in caps. AMDY is coming up. These suckers aren't in caps either. Whatever, man. But it's a race, man. We got AMDY, we got Phoebe, we got NVDY, and we got TSLY. TSLY's probably not going to win, but it's probably between these three to be number five in house money. All right. The only other thing I was going to look at is how are these funds doing for the week? Probably not good because, again, we had the bad news earlier in the week, and then it kind of flipped around, and some of the funds came back better than others. But when we look at group 1, Friday to close Thursday, ULTY's up 2 pennies. RDTY, look at you, bro. The Russell is unstoppable, by the way. I just had to say that. They're up 79 cents. Chippy is amazing. They're up 58 cents. Absolutely freaking amazing. As far as these are concerned, let's see out of these who's done the best for the week. Murney, wow, Murney's up 19% for this week. Insane in the membrane. Carvani's doing good. AMDY, GDXY. Wow. So yeah, some funds are doing really good this week. So that's good to see. Good to see, broski. All right, let's go through some comments, and then we'll probably call it a day. Call it a day. Where are we at here? All right, Megs. I know you're not. You ain't no. What they say, young something. You ain't no spring chicken. All right. Salute your shorts. If you know, hey, dude. Campanawana. What's the song? We hold you in our heart, but when we think about you, it makes me want to fart. Get it right, I pay the price. I don't know how I remember that song. Wow. Anyway, Jill McKee, grandmother in the house. Jilf, right? Are you a Jilf? Oh, yeah. Anyway, 48. I don't have enough time to invest a retirement fund and build anyway. I'd rather have it the way it is now. What does that mean? You want the income now? I started a spreadsheet playlist for Roddy instructions video. Ooh. Spreadsheet playlist. Pro fast guy. I'm in my 50s already, early retired and loving. Oh, nice, Sergio. Good job. I am jealous. That's Mig's goal. As long as his fitness channel blows up. LA's out of here. Go check out his premiere, 7:30, LA Appliance. Go, 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 go. Roddy coverage this weekend. Oh, hell yeah. Tomorrow I can show you how crappy I did this week because of the freaking mess. Netflix, Hood. Oh God. Yeah, Roddy's getting a little beat up. My indexes plays are doing amazing. My individual tickers, not so much. Rod, you're the only one now, you know. Pete and Pete. Is that from Camp Bonawana? A1's all income now. Nice. What income can you live off of? That's the question. Hey, dude. Who was in that show? The girl from I always thought she was hot. The blonde. I can't remember her name. I think she was in Dodgeball. I'm building up income stocks to have extra income. We will all be snowed in. You know what? I am happy with it. Unfortunately, I'll still have to work because I have a laptop and I'll be doing YouTube videos. Maybe I will record some snow videos. Would that be fun? I never do that kind of crap, but hey, why not? At least show you the snow. Netflix isn't going anywhere. I know, man, but it's just pissing me off. Rule 72. Yeah, man. I know. I looked into it, but the amount that it would let me take out wasn't enough for that I could retire. Do you have all the Roddy shows grouped in a playlist? Yes, I have a Roddy playlist. It's on the channel. No, she wasn't in that. That was, I don't know. She was in like the Brady Bunch too. I hate Christina Applegate. I probably shouldn't say that because I know she's like going through some crap right now. I never thought she was good looking. Charman says, yeah. What are you saying? Yeah, about? I don't know. There's Eugen. Good morning. I was just watching your news update a little last night and this morning, hearing about snow. I'm here sweating, walking to the store. Yeah, I mean, I actually still like the snow. I hate the cold, but I do like the snow. So I know people hate it, but the kids love it. I try to make a snowman. I pride myself on making the largest snowman. I have pictures to prove it. Anyone holding semi? I don't think it will do as well as Chippy. Well, Chippy's whooping ass. Christine Taylor. Is that her name? Yeah, I never knew her name, actually. Yeah, go check out Eugen's channel, by the way, guys. It's awesome. And I hope you I hope you keep going, Eugen. I love the night recap news updates. And yeah, keep going live. Lives are fun. I know they don't do as well as pre-records, but at least you're doing like, you know, even if something happened, you'll be live. You're like a live news media. Alert, you know. But it's always good stuff because I don't watch the freaking news. I watch Eugen for my news. Wedding singer. Yeah, exactly. Yep. You got it. You know what I'm talking about. Me and Pro Fast Guy, we understand each other. Migs likes the cold. Yeah. I don't miss shoveling my car. Yeah. By the way, I got like an empty tank. I hate leaving an empty tank in this cold ass weather. What is your largest snowman? I never measured it, but I don't know. I'll have to look, see if I have pictures. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, my son's already saying, "Oh, I'm going sledding," but hopefully his friend's dad takes him. Then I got the 3-year-old, and he wants to play. It's like, don't wait to have kids. Have them closer ages. I did it like a dumbass. Anyway, enough about that. Let's look into the the vault and see what video we're going to play for the song. Some of these are current, right? Remember this video? This is my best performing video ever. 56,000 views. 56,000 views. But I was never able to get them both on again, unfortunately. But I want to try, and I will try. And if you're watching, Jay, Scott, send me a message. You guys can come back on. People still love you. They do, even though they yell at you. YieldMax gets a lot of, you know, a lot of flack because they were the first ones. But people always love to hear you guys on the interview. Let's see. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna play some music during this cool video. It's so cool. Go check it out. Let's give it 60,000 views. Go watch it. All right. Let's go to the music now because I got to get moving. It's Friday, but I got so much freaking work to do and so many trades to roll.
Ooh. Yeah. Good morning, friends. R to the O to the D. Retire on dividends, you know me. Cash flow mindset moving differently. Numbers don't lie, plans stay ready. R to the O to the D. Retire on dividends, you know me. Built, not sold, yeah, intentionally. No hype talk, just clarity. If you want that life, say freedom with me. Mid-40s, married man, house stay loud. Raising up boys, turning boys into men. New puppy running, chaos around. Still clocking in, but he plot in the end. Giants fan scars, yeah, he wear that pain. Smiles through the losses like part of the game. Never throw shots, never talks that mess. Yeah, builds people up, less results address. Yeah, streams every day, never missing a beat. YouTube live X when the mic get heat. Not selling dreams, just showing the math. Wins and drawdowns, full on his path. Spreadsheet brain with a streetwise frame. Plays of discipline, never chasing fame. R to the O to the D. Retire on dividends, you know me. Cash flow mindset moving differently. Numbers don't lie, plans stay ready. If you want that life, say freedom with me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Options on screen, risk handle precise. Structures built calm, every move got a price. Cover calls roll, protection in place. Time on his side, patience setting the pace. They say slow down, he say stay exact. Same calm tone when the market snap. Runs through mud, just to test that will. Same mindset when the chart goes still. Sings on the post, crowd laugh, he grin. Go dig a hook, but the lesson still win. Movie quotes fly, wrestling frame. Serious work, but he keep it light, man. R to the O to the D. Retire on dividends, you know me. Cash flow mindset moving differently. Numbers don't lie, plans stay ready. If you want that life, say freedom with me. If you want that life, say freedom with me. This was for fun and entertainment purposes. I hope you have fun and will entertain. And if not, I'll do better next time. And if you made it this far, and you want to make sure everybody knows, you gotta say the key word. Freedom! Freedom!
All right. It's keyword time. But before that, as always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, and this video was for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, come back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Roddy. Yeah, we'll see how I did this week and see how down my portfolio is because of the sell-off earlier in the week. Keyword Well, yeah. If you like the video, you know the gist. Hit the like button. But if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, you gotta say the keyword. Again, I don't really want to do interviews, to be honest. But if I was gonna do one, it would be Scott and Jay Part 2. I'm pretty sure they only came on once, but if they did, that'll be the keyword for today. Don't worry, we'll do snow as a keyword on Sunday. But so if you made it this far in the video and you would like to prove it, the keyword today is Scott and Jay Part 2, because one day they'll be back to do a live interview with all you folks and answer all your questions. Sound good? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know. All right, that's enough yip yapping. But yeah, I'm out of here. Thank you for watching live. Thank you for watching after the fact. And hopefully everyone has a great day. Stay warm and later.